Now let's proceed further to objective question 41. The question says the length of the parallel sides of a trapezium are 9 centimeters and 12 centimeters. If the area of the trapezium is 105 centimeters squared, find the perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. So when we have a question like this, all we just have to do is to depict it in a diagram. So we have a trapezium, and we understand that in the trapezium, these two sides are parallel. The shorter side is 9 centimeters and the longer side is 12 centimeters. We're given that the area of the trapezium is equals to 105 centimeters squared, and we are asked to find the perpendicular distance, and we'll call that distance h. Now, how do we solve this problem? It's very simple. All we just have to remember is is the area of a trapezium. The area of the trapezium is given by 1/2 multiplied by the length, the sum of the length of the parallel sides by the height. So in this case, we are saying that A is equals to 9 centimeters and B is equals to 12 centimeters. So let's apply the formula and we'll be able to get the height. So A is equals to 1/2 multiplied by A plus B multiplied by height. So the area given is 105. 1/2, the A is 9 centimeters, B is 12 centimeters, and we are looking for height. So let's resolve this now. So we have 1/5, or 105 is equals to 1/2 multiplied by 21h. Now let's cross multiply this. We have 2 multiplied by 105 is equals to 21h. So this is 210 is equals to 21h. So definitely h, it has the height, will be equals to 210 divided by 21, which is equals to 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters is equivalent to option C. Now let's proceed on to question number 42. Remember, in mathematics, all we just need to know is the right formula to apply the understanding of the question. So let's proceed. Question number 42 says, find the volume of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeters and vertical height 12 centimeters. Take pi to be equals to 22/7. So we're given a cone. Yes, this is the pictorial representation of the cone, and the radius, the base radius, is equals to, let's draw this well. Okay, and the base radius of the cone is 3.5 centimeters. So we have R to be 3.5 centimeters, and we get given the height, that's the perpendicular height, to be equals to 12 centimeters. H is equals to 12 centimeters. And pi is equals to 22/7. And we are asked to find the volume of a cone. Question is, what is the formula for volume of a cone? Let's say V cone is equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. So do we have our radius? Yes, we have our radius to be 3.5. And do we have our height? Yes, we have our height to be 12 centimeters. So radius is 3.5, height is 12 centimeters, and pi is 22/7. So let's make our substitution as we solve the problem. So volume of a cone is equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. So making our substitutions, this will be multiplied by 22/7. Wherever we see r, we substitute 3.5 0.5 squared, and wherever we see h, we substitute 12. So you can choose to use your calculator, or you can choose to use simplification. So this will be 22 over 7 multiplied by 7 over 2 multiplied by 7 over 2 multiplied by 12. So when this is all simplified, you will have a resulting answer of 154 centimeter cube rather, and the volume of the cone, which is equivalent to option D. Moving on to question number 43. Now the question reads thus: a local community has two newspapers, the Morning Times and the Evening Dispatch. The Morning Times is read by 45% of the household, the Evening Dispatch by 60%. If 20% of the household reads both papers, find the probability that a particular reads, at least one paper. That means we are looking for the probability that a particular household reads at least one paper. So this is a question on set. So for this, we'll have to draw a Venn diagram. Venn diagram in such a way that we'll have two newspapers. The first one is the Morning Times, and the second one is the Evening Dispatch. So with the understanding now, let's focus on this. The Morning Time, we'll call it morning, M, is how many percent? It's being read by 45%. The Evening Dispatch, E, is being read by 60%. Now we're given a case where that 20% of the household reads both paper. So at this intersection here, we will have 20%. Now, if we look further, wider into the picture now, we would see that we will realize that we will need a total. So we are saying that since we are dealing with percentage, the universal set will be equals to 100%. We can proceed further to find the probability that a particular household reads at least one paper. Now, to solve this, we have to find the percentage of people that read just Morning Times only, and likewise the percentage of people that read Evening Dispatch only. So let's begin with Morning Times only. Morning Times M only, that's Morning Times only, it will be equals to what? If we look at this circle of Morning Times, we will see that the total circle is 45%, and we have taken 20% out of it because they read both. So M only will simply be 45% minus 20%. So M only is 45% minus 20%, and this will result into 25%. Similarly, people that read Evening Dispatch only will be equals to the total E, that's 60%, minus the intersection that read both, that's 20%, and this is equals to 40%. So let's make our substitution. This is 25% and this is 40%. Now the question now says this: that find the probability that a particular household read at least one paper. Now for a particular household to read at least one paper, that means they can read just Morning Times, that's M only. They can read just Evening Dispatch, that's E only, and they can choose to read both. You know what I'm saying? So at least now means a minimum of one. So M only 1, E only 1, and these two, that means the 20% that read both. So the percentage of people that read at least one paper will be equals to M only, which is 25%, E only, which is 40%, and both, which is 20%. So when we sum up this all together, we will have 85%. Now the question did not ask us to find the percentage, it asks us to find the probability. So the probability of at least, okay, one paper will be equals to the percentage of one paper, that's 85%, divided by the total. Now the universal is 100% divided by 100%. So with this, we'll have it to give us 85 over 100 because the percentage will have notified each other. Yes, we write this one paper. It's important that we understand what we are doing. And this will give us 0.85, which is equivalent to option C. We are gradually approaching the end of the objective section of WAEC 2022. Now we are on question 44. The question says a rectangle, okay, let's draw the rectangle out, has a width of, that means W, 3 over 4 centimeters, and an area of 3 over 8 centimeters squared. We should find the length. Now this is a very simple question, shouldn't take much of our time. So we have the area to be equals to 3 over 8. Now let's convert this to an improper fraction, and this will result into 27 over 8 centimeters squared. Centimeters squared. Now we have the width to be equals to 3 over 4 centimeters, and we are looking for the length. The question is, what is the formula for area? The formula for area of a rectangle is simply the length multiplied by the width. So if you apply this formula now, that A is equals to length times width, where A is equals to 27 over 8. 27 over 8. We are looking for the length, and the width given is 3 over 4. So easily we can evaluate the value of L. So let's focus on this now and evaluate L. So this will simply be saying 27 over 8 is equals to 3L over 4. If we cross multiply, we will have 27 multiplied by 4 is equals to 3 multiplied by 8L. And we can divide both sides by 3 over 8 by 3 over 8, and then we'll have L to be equals to 27 multiplied by 4 divided by 3 multiplied by 8. Now let's just do a normal simplification here without using calculator, because we can see our options involve fraction. So 3 will nullify 27 divided by 3 and we'll be left with 9. And in the same vein, 8 divided by 4 and we'll be left with 2. So we will have L to be equals to 9 over 2 centimeters. 9 over 2 centimeters is equivalent to 4 whole number 1 over 2 centimeters, which is option B. So we can see we applied the formula for area, length times breadth, and we have our length. The question says the mean of two numbers x and y is 4. We should find the mean of the four numbers x, 2x, y, and 2y. Now this is a similar question we have in question 33, where we emphasize that the mean, okay, is equals to the sum of the numbers divided by the number. So in this case, we're given two numbers. We're saying that the mean of x and y okay, is equals to 4. That means we are saying that the mean of x and y, following the formula, we duplicate this, is equals to the sum of x and y divided by 2, because x and y represents two numbers, x and y. So in this case now, we are saying 4 is the mean, so we'll make our substitution, and the sum of x and y is simply x plus y divided by 2. So with this, we are saying x plus y is equals to 4 multiplied by 2, 4 multiplied by 2, and x plus y is equals to 8. Now we are going to use this expression for the next line of question. The next line says, find the mean of the four numbers x, 2x, y, and 2y. Now, we are applying this principle that the mean is equals to the sum divided by n. So the mean of these four numbers will be equals to the sum of these four, that's x plus 2x plus y plus 2y divided by the 4. Okay, and now let's proceed on and focus on this. So when we simplify this now, we will have 3x plus 3y divided by 4. Now, how do we relate x plus y is equals to 8 and 3x plus 3y divided by 4? Well, we can see something similar there when we factorize by 3. Factorizing the numerator by 3, we will have 3 into x plus y being divided by 4. Now we can see x plus y is equals to 8. So that means x plus y being applied here is equals to 8. So wherever we see x plus y, we substitute the value of 8. Let's rewrite it. X plus y is equals to 8. So therefore, wherever we see x plus y, we substitute 8. So this is 3 multiplied by 8 divided by 6. So when we simplify all this together, divided by 4. So when we simplify this together, 8 will nullify 4 and with a remainder of 2, and we'll just be left with 3 multiplied by 2, which is equals to 6. So the mean we are looking for is equals to 6, which is equivalent to option 6, option C. So we can see we went from the known expression in the first line of the question to the unknown part of the question. Now, WAEC 2022 objective question 46. The question says the straight line y is equals to mx minus 4 passes through the point minus 4, 16. We should find the gradient of the line. Now this brings us back to the equation of a line, and in the equation of the line we have the general formula of y is equals to mx plus c, where m is the gradient, c is known as the y-intercept. So we're given this equation now of the line y is equals to mx minus 4, and we are asked to find m because m is the gradient. Now how do we go about that? We will look at the points that you gave us, that's minus 4, 16. This point now can be known as x and can be known as y. So if you substitute the value of x to be minus 4 and the value of y to be 16, then we can easily find the value of m. So let's do that. Y is equals to mx minus 4. We are substituting x to be equals to minus 4, y to be equals to 16, because the point given is minus 4, 16. So wherever we see y, we put 16. Wherever we see x, we put minus 4. Minus 4. So simplifying further, this will be 16 is equals to minus 4m minus 4. Minus 4 moves to the left hand side, so becomes plus 4, and we'll have minus 4m. So this will be 20 to be equals to minus 4m. So we can find the value of m by dividing both sides by minus 4. So m, which is the gradient, is 20 divided by minus 4, which is equals to minus 5. Minus 5 is equivalent to option A. So we have the gradient m to be equals to minus 5. And now question 47. The question says, if the equation x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0, and likewise the equation x squared plus px plus 6 is equals to 0, both have common roots. That means they have the same solution. When they have the same solution, they have the same roots or common roots. Find the value of p. Now, if we look at these two equations, we will see something common about them. That's we have x squared. Likewise, we have plus 6. So definitely, if they have common roots, so all we are saying is that minus 5x will be equals to plus px. So in the sense, minus 5 is equals to p. So we are just simply saying that p is equals to minus 5, which is equivalent to option D. P is equals to minus 5, option D. Question number 48. The question says, a trader made a loss of 15% when an article was sold. We should find the ratio of the selling price to the cost price. Now, this is a very interesting question on profit and loss. So the first thing we will do is just to write out all the formulas included. So remember, we'll have profits and we'll also have loss. We have percentage profits. We also have percentage loss. Profit occurs when the selling price is greater than the cost price. So therefore, profit will be equals to selling price minus cost price. Loss occurs when the cost price is greater than the selling price. So loss will be equals to the cost price minus the selling price. Now, percentage profit is simply the profit divided by the cost price multiplied by 100%. Similarly, percentage loss will be loss divided by the cost price multiplied by 100%. So now let's look at the question given. The question given says a trader made a loss of 15%. So we're given that the percentage loss is 15%. Okay, when an article was sold, we should find the ratio of selling price. So we are looking for selling price to cost price, the ratio of selling price to cost price. So let's change the pen style so we'll know our focus. Selling price to cost price. So to simply do this now, all we just have to do is to apply the formula of percentage loss. So percentage loss is equals to loss divided by cost price multiplied by 100%. So what is loss? Loss is equals to cost price minus selling price divided by cost price multiplied by 100%. Percentage loss. Now, let's just make our substitution directly. The percentage loss we're given is 15%. So definitely this is 15%. Now, in view of this, we want to find the expression of selling price ratio cost price, and this expression also means selling price will be divided by cost price. So let's go on from there. With this equation now, we see something common, that the percentage here can nullify the percentage and we'll be left with 15 is equals to cost price minus selling price divided by cost price multiplied by 100%. So in view of this, we can divide both sides by 100 and divide both sides by 100. The left hand side will be 0.15. The right hand side will result into cost price minus selling price divided by cost price. So, and this will be equals to 1, which you can leave. So we can cross multiply now. Let's cross multiply. Cross multiplied, we will have 0.15 cost price to be equals to cost price minus selling price. Let us not forget what our focus is. We want to find cost price ratio, selling price ratio cost price, or the selling price divided by the cost price. So let's move cost price now. Let's factorize and collect like times. So let's move this to the left hand side. So we'll have 0.15 cost price minus cost price is equals to minus selling price. So we'll have minus 0.85 cost price to be equals to minus selling price. Now we want to find the expression of cost price divided by selling price. So the expression of selling price divided by cost price. So that means we have to divide both sides by CP. But before we divide both sides by CP, let's multiply both sides by minus 1. So we'll have minus be nullified, 0.85 CP now to be equals to SP, selling price. So now let's divide both sides by cost price, because we are looking for the expression of selling price divided by cost price. So now we have this expression, and this will be equals to 0.85. So we have selling price divided by cost price to be equals to 0.85. Now to simplify this further, this will be equals to 0.85 is simply 85 divided by 100. Okay, 85 divided by 100, and then when we factorize this now, maybe divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. If we divide this by 5, we will have 17, and if we divide this by 5, we will have 20. So if this is selling price divided by cost price, so in essence we are saying that the ratio of selling price divided to cost price, the ratio of selling price to cost price will be equals to 17:20, which is equivalent to option C. So you can see where we came from. We understood the formula of profit and loss, including percentage profit and percentage loss. Then we applied the formula of percentage loss, and we aim to make selling price divided by cost price so the formula, which we did here. And afterwards we had 0.85, converted it to a fraction, divided further to 17 divided by 20, and which is equivalent to 17:20. Now, this is the second to the last question on Wassce 2022 objective section. And the question is a question on logarithm. The question says to find the value of x given that log 27 to base 3 is equals to 2x plus 1. Now, we have done a lot on logarithm, so let's recall on the formulas of logarithm. The formula says log a plus log b, provided they have the same base of c, is equals to log ab to base c. Similarly, log a to base c minus log b to base c will be equals to log a over b to base c. Now, in the same vein, we can proceed further now and give the third law. That's the exponential law of logarithm that says log a to base c, if it is being raised to the power of b, b becomes a multiplier, and we'll have b log a to base c. And now there is one final interesting formula in log, that's the laws of logarithm. When we have log of the same base to the same number, that's log a to base a is equals to 1. Now before we proceed further, we have also learned on how to convert from logarithm form to index form. So when we have log a to base b to be equals to c, we are saying that this is in the log form, and if we want to convert it to index form, we are saying the base here will become the base to this expression. So we are saying a will be equals to b raised to the power of c. Now let's apply that principle to this question, and then we'll proceed further. Now if we look at this question now, is related to the conversion of log form to index form. So we are saying that let me use this. The a here is equals to 27, the b here is equals to 3, and put it down, and the c, okay, c here is equals to 2x plus 1. So to convert it to index form, we are just going to apply a, let's duplicate, is equals to b raised to the power of c. So therefore we are saying 27, which is a, is equals to b, 3 raised to the power of c, 2x plus 1. So in view of that now, we can easily evaluate the value of x by applying the laws of indices. Now 27 now is an expression of 3 raised to the power of 3, okay, and this will be 3 raised to the power of 2x plus 1. So with this we can just equate the powers because the base is equal. So we'll just equate the powers. So equating the powers, we will have 3 to be equals to 2x plus 1. Then let's bring plus 1 to the left hand side. 3 minus 1 is equals to 2x. 2 is equals to 2x. And then we'll have x to be equals to 2 over 2, which is equals to 1. X is equals to 1 is equivalent to option B. Now we are here at the final question of the objective section of Wassce 2022, and the question says we should solve the quadratic equation of 6x squared is equals to 5x minus 1. So to solve this quadratic equation, let's move these two components to the left hand side. So we'll have 6x squared minus 5x plus 1 to be equals to 0. So you can choose to solve this in many ways. You can choose to use the quadratic formula. Okay, the quadratic formula says x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, or divided by 2a. You can also use completing the square method or factorization method. So let's use factorization method. Okay, we're not using this, let's use factorization method. So in factorization method, we'll have the first term and last term being multiplied together, and then we'll ask ourselves a question: what are the two terms, two values that we will add together such that we'll have minus 5, and the two values will multiply together such that we'll have plus 6? So that's simple. The answer is 6x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 1, such that when we add minus 3x and minus 2x together, we will have minus 5x. And when we multiply these two together, we will have 6x squared. So let's proceed further now and solve this. So we'll factorize the first two terms with 3x. So factorizing the first two terms, this will give us 2x minus 1. And factorizing the next term with minus 1, we'll have 2x minus 1. Remember, it's equals to 0 and equals to 0. So in view of that, we can just bring them together and say 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. or before we put jump, 2x minus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 1 is equals to 0. So therefore 2x minus 1 is equals to 0, and likewise 3x minus 1 is also equals to 0. So we can make x up into formula here. So 2x will be equals to 1, 3x will also be equals to 1, and x is equals to 1 over 2. Likewise x will be equals to 1 over 3. So now we have the two values, x to be equals to 1 over 2 and 1 over 3. 1 over 2 comma 1 over 3. This is equivalent to option B. So yeah, we are done with this question of Wassce 2022 objective section. Ensure you like to subscribe and share this video with your friends.